Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Comics Illustrator Ron Friends, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Hello, kids, and sorry, my voice cracked. Hello, kids, and welcome back to another episode of Electric Mullet, the Superman podcast. All right, kids, I am Phil. Joining me, well, unfortunately, Tyler could not make it again, but of course, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's an owl. It is.
It's an owl. Justin the Owl swooping back into Metropolis to talk with Phil about some classic Superman stuff that actually I hadn't read before.
I know.
Yeah, even more exciting.
I hadn't read the one and the other one. It's been a while, so.
You had read the Adventures of Superman issue?
Yeah. I got it.
Yeah.
Got it in the back issue a while ago, but yeah, it's been a while.
Nice.
One and done villain. Tonight, kids, Superman spanks the monkey.
Repeatedly.
Whoa! And it's a big one.
Yeah, that's a big monkey.
Whoa! All right. So I'm trying to. You know what? I was thinking that I was sitting here. It's so weird. Sometimes I don't feel like the man of the house because I'm out here in my room full of toys talking to you about comic books. Meanwhile, the man of the house, my 10-year-old, is sitting in there flipping between two NFL games. So
that doesn't mean you're not the.
I know, but sometimes I don't feel like the adult. I don't know. And my wife will tell you I'm not the adult. So
it's no fun being an adult.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think Justin's the adult in his house.
Oh, definitely not. No. Absolutely not.
So what? He yells at you for all the comics and the toys or whatever.
No, not really. I don't get a lot of crap, but I get some eye rolls. I think, yeah.
Okay, so
I get a certain share of eye rolls. Yeah.
So you're not married,
and some heavy size.
So you're not married, but you might as well be.
Might as well be. Yeah, close enough.
Hey, you know what? The way I see it, kids, if you're not hurting yourself or anyone else,
absolutely,
exactly.
And that's what Mike says. He says, as long as you're happy and you're not going overboard, you're not going broke buying all this stuff, which I'm not. And I'm always looking forward to getting something in the mail every month. A comic book or a graphic novel or a collection or something that keeps me looking forward to something and keeps me in a good mood. So it's preventative maintenance.
And according to some amateur shot home videos, yes, he gets drunk and really enjoys that when stuff comes out.
Oh yes. In fact, I have a box of comic books on the way to me right now for my birthday. So I'll be doing another one of those videos pretty soon.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm waiting because I think probably from nowhere else, I'm probably going to get some Amazon gift card or two for my parents. So I'm hoarded off on pre-ordering the Romnibus.
Oh, good. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
At least some or all of that will be paid off by Christmas.
Yeah. I wonder which cover you're going to pick because I think there's 5 or 6 different ones to choose from.
Were they on Amazon? Because I swear I only saw like the old.
I don't know about on Amazon, but on one of the sites I looked at, those.
I only saw the Miller on Amazon.
Oh.
Your mother's a space whore.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of Sal Buscema ones. There's a George Perez one, which is the one that I want.
I know that the Perez looks pretty nice.
Yeah, I love that one. Oh, that's lovely.
Oh yeah. All right, so
All right.
I guess we should jump into these. Okay, so where do you
Yeah.
want to start, Justin? So I think it doesn't matter where we start tonight with these two.
We can start with the annual if you want.
Okay.
That was a longer story. Yeah.
All right, kids. So yes, because it is not on the DC Unlimited app for some strange reason. I don't know why. But yes, Superman Annual, well, Volume 2, number 1.
We both have a copy because Phil sent me one. Thank you,
Yes,
Phil.
you're welcome. Yes.
That was a lovely birthday gift.
So, all right, so we're going to again. We're not blink and you'll miss it, kids. But yes, we're going to get the return of a Silver Age character.
Briefly.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the one with the actual regular size synopsis. Okay.
Oh, good. Okay.
Oh, wait till you hear. Remember before we did the Fearsome 5 stuff? Oh, wait till you hear the summary for the Adventures of Superman issue.
Oh.
All right, so Superman Annual number 1 from August 1987. Tears for Titano. Yeah, that's right, kids. Titano's back.
Titano.
His first post-crisis appearance.
Yeah.
Writers John Byrne and Ron Friends. Penciler also Ron Friends, friend of the show.
This is Comics Illustrator Ron Friends, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
If you weren't listening for the beginning of the episode. Inker Brett Breeding, colorist Tom Zayuko, letterer Albert de Guzman, and editor Mike Carlin. All right.
Good team on this one.
Mm-hmm. Lois Lane conducts an interview at the research laboratories of Dr. Thomas Moyers. Moyers' crew has been experimenting on a chimpanzee that they named Titano. During the interview, Lois sharply criticizes Moyers' activities and his cruelty to animals. At some point, something within the Titano process goes awry and the chimp goes insane. It begins scampering about the lab, bestowing feats of strength uncharacteristic of an ape of his size. Threatening to write a scathing expose on the subject, but Amanda Waller of Task Force X is present and insinuates about how unwise of a decision that would be. Kind of hard to write a story from the bottom of the river, Miss Lane.
I know she gave Amanda Waller some guff. She called her chubs or something like that. I was like, wow, Lois, you have a death wish or something?
Well,
yeesh.
Well, someone's always listening. Hey, Superman!
I guess, yeah.
Meanwhile,
she's pretty well protected.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Superman is flying throughout Metropolis, performing his everyday heroic duties. As he comes closer to Moyer's lab, he finds that Titano has grown tremendously in height and is now rampaging throughout Metropolis. Superman fights Titano and dumps him into the river. He then grabs some electrical cable from a suspension bridge and uses it to shock Titano into submission.
Shock the monkey.
Shock the monkey. The giant ape calms down as Lois arrives on the scene. Titano has taken a liking to Lois, and she is the only one who has not treated him cruelly. From atop the research building, Dr. Moyers fires a fission ray cannon at Titano. The ray reverses the process that mutated Titano, but it also ultimately kills him. Moyers reports back to his boss, Sarge Steele, in Washington, and tells him that the press thus far is unaware of the true nature of the Titano project to create a super weapon. Lois writes a story on the incident saying the monster wasn't Titano who died in her arms, but the same one that has existed since the time of Cain and Abel. Man. All right. So
pretty heavy stuff.
All right.
Yeah. So what did you think of this one, Phil? Because this was your first time reading this one, right? As well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was interesting. I mean, oversized issue, and we're still. I mean, we only get Superman as Superman, no Clark. I mean, the only tie we have to the Daily Planet is Lois.
And it was the whole issue, the whole annual was this one story.
Oh yeah, no backups.
It didn't have any backups or any other stuff. Yeah.
No, I enjoyed it. I mean, it's a good story. I always like Ron Friends' art. Reminds me. Well, all his work, his Thor stuff, his Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say actually. Ron Friends and Brett Breeding, the inker,
Mm-hmm.
worked together on Thor when I kind of started reading it regularly, which
Mm-hmm.
I think was like 80s. Might have been the year before this, 86, I think, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Something like that. It
It's
was around then.
close, yeah.
Yeah, but I love their art, that art style so much. Ron Friends is definitely one of my favorite artists. So when I saw that they were the art team on this, that made me really excited. I was like, oh man, this is going to be great. And what a treat to see Superman drawn by Ron Friends. I had hoped that he had done more Superman stuff, and I think that he did later on, right? I think
Later on,
that,
he does, yeah. I think
yeah,
even before that, but I know by the time we get to the Electric, yeah, he's drawn
yes,
there too, yeah.
that's right. Yeah,
I think
yeah,
a little before that even, but yeah. So we'll
yeah,
get back to more Ron Friends Superman.
yeah. I'm excited about that because this made me hungry for more Ron Friends Superman. I just love it. And
And
we had some great full page spreads in this one too.
oh yeah, lots of good
Yeah,
fight scenes, and so I mean, just the scale of Superman and
yeah,
Titano, and then
I
yeah,
love that
Titano
page.
getting blasted, yeah,
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 yeah, I love that. That the only problem I had with the story though was that resolution.
yeah,
Was
yeah,
the
yeah.
fact that they had that cannon set up. I thought that that was a really kind of tidy ending to the story, and I thought, well, maybe as an alternative, like Superman could have been like, well, what other scientists do I know that could fix this? And then he could have sought out Bart Hamilton, and could have been, or somebody from Star Labs or something.
Oh yeah,
And be
yeah.
like, you know, can you whip up some type of chemical that can like undo what this idiot has done to this chimp? And that way, maybe they could have saved Titano and saved his life instead of having the dude that did this to him in the first place reverse the thing and then kill Titano in the process. But I guess they wanted, I suppose they wanted Titano to be kind of a one and done character for this story.
I guess, but that's weird to me. It's like if you wanted to show like man's cruelty to animals, couldn't you like put Titano in a coma or something like that?
Mm,
Where it's like you set up the possibility where he could come back, or but you could also end up
right.
where like, oh, we don't know if he's ever going to wake up or anything.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That would have been good too. Yeah. But that was my only complaint. Was just the resolution was kind of simple. Just kind of a ray blast undid it. Um, but I loved all of Superman's attempts to kind of defeat the rampaging beast, dropping him in the river and then dropping the electrical cables in there. It was a good thinking, Clark. Yeah.
Yeah, but again,
Shock that monkey.
whoa, but yeah, I mean, you get a bunch of stuff with Lois and Titano, but again, yeah, you get a lot of like good Ron Friends drawn battles, but just yeah, it's between Superman and Titano.
Yeah. And the stuff with Lois was good too, but at the same time, I was hoping as I was reading this, I was like, "Oh, please don't let it have this thing where Titano's going to grab Lois and climb up on top of the Daily Planet building." Or something. I was like, "Please don't do that, please." And I was happy that they didn't do that.
I know. You're feeling great, baby, but yeah, I'm glad they did it. Yeah. And again, I mean, at least he like kind of liked her because she's the only one who didn't like mistreat him and stuff.
I liked that, yeah, and I liked the fact that she told Moyer, you know, basically what a piece of crap he was for doing this to this poor animal. Yeah. And she punched him in the face in the end, which I was happy about. I love that part. Because you think that it's Superman that's going to grab him and like fling him into a trash can or something. But no, it's Lois. She just punches him right in the face and lays him out.
I know.
I love it.
I'm just again, I'm just surprised that they didn't like set this up where they can bring him back. Well, again, like when his death ever stopped a comic book character, but
oh, I know, yeah, and there could have been another chimp that they could have been like, oh, this is the new Titano, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Oh my god, one day, somehow, some way, we got to cover Adventure Comics 295. There's a whole list of like Silver Age Titano issues.
Okay.
Adventure Comics 295, Bizarro versus Bizarro Titano.
Oh, Bizarro Titano! No way! Yeah, we do have to cover that. Yeah. At some point, we'll dip into some Silver Age stuff.
Bizarro Titano. I was thinking maybe for like the
Yeah.
anniversary episodes, like episode 50.
Yeah.
Maybe we just like dive into some other stuff. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
Lord, Bizarro
Take a
Titano. I
trip
did
back
not
in
know
time.
existed. Now that's all I'll be thinking about.
Oh man. That's fantastic. I love it.
Bizarro Titano.
That's got to be a 60s thing. It has to be.
Oh, of course. I mean,
Yeah.
hold on, where's that link? All right, I'll give you the exact date here. Yeah, Adventure Comics 295, 1962, of course.
Okay, there we go. I've got to look up the picture of Bizarro Titano now. I can't take the suspense anymore.
Bizarro going, ouch, Bizarro Titano am using his blue kryptonite vision to kill me. Groan, what a true friend he am.
What a true friend he am. Oh, there he is. Oh my gosh.
Featuring the
Look at that thing.
Featuring the kooky super ape.
Oop, me forgot how big him to be. Fortress M wrecked.
Oh my Lord. Oh my God, we have to read we have to do this issue someday. Bizarro Lois #1 is the new women's wrestling champion of the Bizarro world, having lost to Bizarro Lana in a torrid bout. She became champion by losing.
A wrestling bout.
And she became champion by losing to Lana.
Yeah, we do have to cover some of that stuff.
Oh my God! And she'll lose her title unless she loses her title to someone else within 30 days. So Bizarro, looking for a suitable opponent, trains his imperfect duplicate array on Titano through a time scope and creates a Bizarro Titano, dubbed Big Ape. Titano enters the ring against Bizarro Lois and wins by leaving the ring in a big hurry to go eat some coconuts he has spied from afar.
That's fantastic.
No, Bizarro, Titano was regular Titano until Bizarro hit him with some kind of ray.
Oh, okay. We mutated him. Yeah, I guess that's the only appearance of Bizarro Titano is that one issue, right? Yeah.
But I just want to get this Bizarro Wrestling League with Bizarro Low.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do them both.
Me beat you because you are Superman's one true love. No, me, you are.
Me am. Oh, I love it.
But yeah, you would think this is ridiculous, but yeah, I mean, just again, these fights. I love these fight scenes.
Yeah, me too. It's always great to watch Superman fighting a big monster.
Yes.
You know, and I love the fact that has that thing with Godzilla happened yet? The Justice League.
I think there's an issue or two out. Yeah,
okay.
I haven't been reading it. I should pick up some.
I wasn't sure if that was out yet or not.
I
but
think
as soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh, that's perfect."
There's either one or two. Yeah.
Yeah, watching Clark go up against Godzilla. That is, I've been waiting all my life for that. I love it. But yeah, this issue is great. I was really pleased with this.
Yeah, I was
nice little throwback to like 1987 Superman. It wasn't very complicated. The story wasn't very complicated or complex. It didn't really need to be. But it was also a great spotlight on animal abuse.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't think had, at that point in time in 1987, I don't think was being talked about nearly as much as it has been in years since.
Oh yeah.
So I give credit to John Byrne and Ron Frenz for coming up with this story in the first place.
Oh yeah.
In 1987 and putting it in a Superman annual where a lot of people would read it. That's important. It's an important message to put out there.
Ron Frenz, do you have this for sale? That double page spread in the beginning.
Oh, yeah. I would love to have that as a poster.
Yeah.
God, that's so good.
And again, and we are placing this in continuity. I love when the annuals like actually like in continuity somewhere. Because yes, remember, kids, this is the Dr. Moyers who created or accidentally created Rampage and
Rampage.
Superman #7.
We talked about in the previous episode. Yeah.
Because looking at the notes, it said this actually came out between Superman set. Well, it was published between Superman 7 and 8.
Between them, okay.
Yeah, but again, I don't know how it fits in continuity because remember at the end of 7, where have you been at the last couple of days? Well, for that next issue,
fighting a big ape.
There was that whole Legion of Superheroes thing we did last time. So.
Oh yeah. Blinked out of time for a little bit.
So. But yeah, just so good. And again, all these fight. I was worried. I wasn't sure if I was going to like this, but again, I enjoyed this thoroughly.
Me too. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect. Like I said, I was hoping that it wasn't going to be a King Kong ripoff with Lois, and I was happy that they didn't go there. But the ending was the only part that I didn't really care for, with the Beam reverting Titano back to his regular self and then killing him in the process. I thought that was just a really super tidy way to wrap it up.
Yeah. Again, I just thought, the death bothers me because I was like, man, I figured they were going to go this route because I'm like, I don't think a Titano's appeared since. So yeah, I know.
It surprised me too because I remember the first thing that I had ever seen of Titano was in an issue of Who's Who back in the 80s. They had done a revision, like a Who's Who update for 87 or 88 or something like that. And it was
1987?
Yes, that one. Yeah. With John Byrne artwork on the ad, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. Booster Gold front and center there. Yep.
Yeah. And he's even got that host robot from Superman, I think, was it 5 and 6? The white host robot is in the background there.
Yeah.
And Magpie and
Wild Dog. Yeah.
Wild Dog. Yeah. I was going to ask if you recognized. I couldn't recognize who one of the characters was in that ad. It was the woman with the white costume and the gold. She's got like a blue star and she's got like gold bracelets and a gold belt. And
the one next to Booster.
Next to Booster Gold, yeah. Do you?
I think I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100%. I think that might be his. Is that his sister? I think.
Okay.
I think there was
that appeared later on in the series.
Yeah, I think there's something with his sister for a while. Yeah.
Okay. Because I never read those last few issues of Booster Gold. I need to get around to that.
Well, in 2024, we're going to be reading at least one because it's going to cross.
Oh yeah.
Comics.
Yes. And I have read that. I love that story.
I love Booster Gold.
Yeah, me too.
All right. So anything else on this, or should we get to the other issue?
No, I think we covered everything on this. Yeah, I would love, like I said, I'm really excited to see more Ron Friends Superman when we do eventually get to that. That's going to be a full treat for the eyes.
Because I'm trying to remember, I think he said he may have been I know he had done early work on the design, but I'm not sure if he was the one for the final product or not. But the Electric Superman costume, I can't remember if the final finished product was his totally or not. But I know he had worked on some designs for that.
Yeah, he did do some designs for that, if I remember right. Yeah, but I can't remember if that was the final one they chose. But yeah, good stuff. That's going to be fun when we get to that.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, it's so goofy, but I can't wait for that Electric stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, because there's a lot of that stuff I haven't read too. There's just bits and pieces that are missing from my runs of Superman and Action Comics and all those stuff. And there's a big chunk that's missing from there too. So I'm really excited to read that stuff for the first time.
All right. So should we get to the next one?
Yes, Adventures of Superman.
All right. All right, kids. Adventures of Superman 431 from August 1987 again. They call him Doctor Stratos. All right. Writer Marv Wolfman, penciler Eric Larson.
Early Eric Larson stuff.
Well, it was a change of pace, yeah, from what we've been getting in this book. And your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think 8 inkers.
8 inkers for this issue.
P. Craig Russell on pages 1 and 2, 6 and 8. Carl Kessel on pages 3, 7, 12, and 13. Robert Ian, pages 4 and 5. Dick Giordano, pages 9 and 16. Bob Smith, pages 10, 11, and 14. Bob Lewis, pages 15 and 19. Bill Ray, 17 and 20. Jerry Ordway, page 18. And John Beatty, pages 21 and 22. I think that might be 9 inkers. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What a regular size issue.
Yeah. And their credit is like India Incorporated or something like that. And the credits of the actual comic. Yeah, it's so funny.
Colorist Anthony Tollin, letterer Albert de Guzman, and editors Andrew Helfer and Mike Carlin. All right, you ready for the synopsis? Strap in, kids.
Yeah.
Superman fights Doctor Stratos. Boom.
Nice.
Sum up this issue with 4 words, kids. Superman fights Doctor Stratos.
Well, I could sum it up with saying that if you're familiar with Batman's villain Maxie Zeus,
yes,
apply that logic to Dr. Stratos for Superman. We have a dude who thinks that he's descended from the Olympian gods, that Zeus was his dad or something like that. He was found as a babe at the base of Mount Olympus or something like that.
But
and believes that he has powers over the weather and all this other stuff, or that he has dominion over all this stuff. Yeah.
But it kind of seems like he has like money, like he almost has like Lex Luthor level money.
Yeah, and he almost looks like
Lex
Luthor with the red beard and the
red Junior. Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah. Junior.
We'll get there.
That's coming right around the bend, isn't it?
Junior.
Yeah.
No, where is that? Early. We might be is it early? Not. I know it's before Death. It's before Death. It might be like 91, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought.
I don't know if it's even 89. I don't know.
Later.
We'll get there because.
Yeah, it's coming up soon.
We haven't even got to his health report yet. So.
Oh, true. Yeah. Yeah, he's still got to have that hand chopped off.
But yeah, kids, this one is on the DC Unlimited app. So. I love the this. So yeah, I was playing. I like Eric Larson's art. I mean, some of his Savage Dragon, if you ever read, it's kind of way out there, but yeah. Like I like.
Yeah, I like it too. Yeah,
I liked his work on Spider-Man. Yeah.
Me too. And Doom Patrol was actually my introduction to Eric Larson when was it Steve Lytle left on Doom Patrol in the I think it was 87, 88. And then Eric Larson took over as the regular penciler on that. And actually, I really liked it. It was different. I remember thinking it was different than any other artistic style that I'd seen in comic books at that time. Even though it had influences from other people, it was kind of unique of its own. And I liked that. But his art is also very influenced by who's inking him.
Oh, yeah, true.
As you can see in this issue. It almost looks like, in some pages, it almost looks like a different artist is doing it.
I know. I mean, that just shows you how important the inker is to an artist.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big deal.
Oh my god. But yeah, I love this opening scene when he's chasing those guys in the car and stuff. And
just basically stomps on the hood.
The MacGuffin mob.
Yeah. I love that.
Joey, that's Superman. He's invol unhurtable.
Unhurtable.
Oh yeah, he just drops it. Yeah, right through their engine.
Right through the engine. I love it. and grabs their guns and crumples them up. I was surprised by Dr. Stratos. He kills that guy on the parapet with a lightning bolt, which destroys the parapet in the process, I might add. So he's got to rebuild that. And then he grabs some woman to take to bed with him. And then as she's planning to stab him, he summons this sudden, like, sub-zero blast of Arctic cold that comes in and freezes her into a block of ice.
I know. I mean, I guess she's basically one of the housekeepers or whatever, and he's just like, "Oh,
Yeah.
not you. You're coming with me tonight."
Yeah. To me, I was like, "Oh, this is definitely a Superman villain."
Oh yeah,
totally. Yeah.
I mean, he's like Maxie Zeus. He's got the red hair like Luthor Jr., who we'll see, and you know. But he's wearing like the white Otto Octavius suit.
Yes, the full.
I also missed that too when Eric Larson drew Doc Ock wearing a white suit like this.
Yes, yeah, in Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah,
yes.
It's an all-white suit.
Awkward
very classy look for Dr. Octopus, which is what he needed after some of those costumes over the years.
I know
he needed a change for a little while.
But yeah, this whole, I guess this is his little compound. I mean, it almost looks like Paradise Island. He has like or like ancient Greece, or just like built onto this like little floating island or mountain floating in the ocean. Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised he wasn't a Wonder Woman villain, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess that seems too obvious with the Olympus connection, but yeah. The only thing I didn't get was this whole interaction between Cat Grant and Lois in the bathroom. Like,
I guess it's supposed to be Lois being jealous, but I mean, Lois really comes off bad in this.
Yeah, I didn't. And she storms off when she gives Clark the cold shoulder when she sees him in the street.
Yeah.
I guess that was the point that they were trying to make, that she was jealous, but it wasn't really foreshadowed in any of the previous issues, was it? Leading up to this, like this whole.
I don't know. Well, again, I think this is the problem with at least two different writers. Sometimes he's a little more friendly, and then sometimes it's basically like, I don't care, you can jump off a cliff, Ken.
Yeah, depends on what day of the week it is, I guess, and what mood she's in. I don't know. It's kind of off-putting sometimes, the way that Lois is written in this time period, because it's so inconsistent. That's one thing that I've noticed as we've gone through these issues. It's a very inconsistent portrayal.
And I think they want to build like romantic tension, where it's just like, oh no, this isn't the Silver Age. They're not, it's not. Don't just assume they're going to get together or anything. Or
yeah, and I get that too. I mean, you don't want to give the audience everything that they want right off the bat. I get that.
And again, like especially in this book, I mean, we're seeing Kat's making her play for Clark, and then he's still dreaming about Wonder Woman.
Right. And I like Kat. I actually like Kat and Clark together as an item. I think that's great. And I wish that had gone on a little bit longer, to be honest with you, because it was different and neat. I mean, we always knew that eventually Clark and Lois were going to get together. I mean, that's obvious.
And it's kind of like, too, it's like Lois, really like prefers Superman to Clark, and it's with Kat, it's always the way around. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. She wants a normal guy. She's not infatuated with a superhero. Yeah, or fascinated with his uniqueness. Yeah.
And then it's like, wait a minute, where's all this sudden hail and snow coming from? It's May.
Ronald Reagan and Mikhail Gorbachev.
Oh yeah, we even get
1987, folks.
Oh yeah, we even get an appearance by George H.W. Yeah.
He goes, "Well, George." He says, "Well, George," a couple of times. Well, George. Well. Yeah, I love that.
I love Gorbachev. What have your Star Wars satellites drones done to our weather?
yeah, because in Siberia they're having a heat wave and everything's melting. Our political prisoners will be complaining about the heat. I love it.
But yeah, Cat's. Meanwhile, Cat's looking up information for her. Her custody battle.
Yeah, she's still got some personal stuff going on the side that we found out in the the last issue, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
This time, Superman won't be sticking his nose where it don't belong.
Yeah. Stay out of those domestic, Superman.
Or wait a minute. Oh yeah. No.
Remember when he knocked on the ex's door, and he's as Superman. He's like, "Do you have a moment to talk about Cat Grant?"
So I was gonna say the X didn't get killed, right? I think he's just in the hospital. He was just in the hospital.
Yeah, no, they both, him and the kid, both got injured. Yeah, that was it.
But yeah, so Doctor Stratos basically calls Reagan and says, "I'll destroy whatever I want. I will make my demands when next me speaks."
Yeah, I love that he's got the White House on tap. Dr. Stratos, he can just pick up a phone and just dial Reagan up whenever he wants.
Again, I mean, unless they were saying because they don't want to like do this with him right away. I'm like, if this was a Silver Age, this would have been Lex, right?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, it feels like Lex, the whole spirit of this. And then we discover that it's this massive high-tech satellite that is influencing the weather at Dr. Stratos' command. It's nothing to do with his Olympian-born powers. It's all high-tech stuff.
Then we see Superman flying off, saying, "Oh, what if because like Reagan tells Gorbachev, I know just the man to help us both." I'm like, well, how does the president contact Superman? I mean, I guess you put it out on enough television stations and stuff. He's gonna hear it, I guess. But
do one of his public service announcements. He sat at the desk and talked at the camera. Well, we're facing an emergency. Superman, we need you now.
There's a lot of Reagan stories back here. Remember when Captain America fought Reagan? He got turned into a snake. That happened.
Good old Mark Grunwald. And the Viper almost blew Nancy Reagan's head off.
Oh, there was some great art in that. Yeah.
She's like, I should kill you, but I won't.
Ronald Reagan transformed into a snake wrestling Captain America in his underwear.
Yeah. He made a real asp of himself.
No. You got that joke from Letterman.
I did, yeah.
So yes, then meanwhile, yes, man, look at the sideburns on Stratos.
Oh, I know. Those are another thing that reminded me of Lex Luthor Jr. with the mutton chops. Yeah. But I had to chuckle at the confrontation in England. When Superman flies to England to stop this massive tidal wave that has come out of the Thames River and is about to pulverize Parliament. but he goes into the water, and I remember thinking, yeah, there's no way in 1987 that the water in the Thames looked that clear. Or Superman would have come out all covered with brown muck.
And before, oh my god, I know. And before even that, like Stratos, like I don't know, it's like a hurricane or a tornado. He just launches all these cars at Superman.
Yeah, I guess a tornado or something must have flung them all at him. So funny. And then he digs a trench in the ground around Parliament to prevent the tidal wave from destroying everything.
I don't know. Is it just me, or does it seem like it takes? I mean, I know for purposes of the story, but doesn't it seem like it takes Superman a little too long to figure out? Oh, hey, this is a satellite. Because could
Yes.
you be like, well, if this is happening all over the world at once, probably it's probably it might be something above.
Yeah, that was really my only complaint with this issue was
Yeah.
that it took him all this time to figure out, oh, it must be a satellite. Especially with his vision.
Yeah.
He could have flown up to enough of a altitude where he could have spotted the satellite easily. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely you are right when you said, yeah, with the different inkers, every page, almost some of these pages look like it's a different penciler.
Yeah. Sometimes it like when he's
Like that
yeah,
splash.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And when he's fighting the windstorm as well, like
Oh yeah, yeah.
that looks totally different to me.
Like I don't have a problem with any of the art, but yeah, again, it looks like different. It looks like a different penciler a lot of the places because of the ink. Because again, kids, the inker is important.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's funny that full page spread just kind of for no reason. A close up of Clark's face. So funny. It seemed like there was a fair amount of padding in this issue. What do you think?
A little bit, yeah. That's what it seemed. You think this was a fill-in issue for some reason? I mean,
I
again,
kind of think it was, yeah.
Wolfman was the writer, but it's like, yeah, again, that's we got a different, Eric Larson for one issue
Mhm.
penciling, and then 9 inkers filling it.
Right. It does seem like kind of a deviation. And there wasn't like besides the Cat Grant stuff, there weren't any of the other subplots that had been going on in this title up to this point.
Yeah, I was trying to remember because I think it's a while before we get back to any of that circle stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you telling me like I think there's one issue or 2 issues or something
I
that
don't know if we
wraps it
get
all
anything
up later
between then
on.
and there, but it's like, oh yeah, I think I'm trying from what I remember, I think they tie it up pretty quickly.
Maybe it was when Marv Wolfman realized that he was going to be going off the book. He's like, "Well, I got to wrap up this circle thing really quick before I'm done on this."
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm surprised because I was gonna say I'm pretty sure he was still writing Titans at this point. I'm surprised that they didn't have Superman and team up with have another team up with the Titans.
I know. Yeah.
Basically, got that first post crisis Action Comics issue. And that was it.
Hmm. I know.
And that wasn't even Wolfman. That was John Byrne.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Maybe he didn't want to do it. Maybe he didn't want to write those characters twice a month. Yeah.
And again, I don't think either book needed the bump in sales. So
That's true. Yeah.
Titans was doing good, and Superman I think was doing good. So I guess not.
Yeah. And they were dealing with kind of different level threats too. The Titans were dealing with more kind of like lower level stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Except for, Trigon and all that, but yeah. I had to laugh at this part where Superman goes to Doctor Stratos' compound.
Yes.
Bursts through the ceiling just as the lightning bolt comes through. No, wait, you're getting too close. And then he burns up Dr. Stratos in the process.
Well, Superman tries to take the hit, but yeah, Stratos gets I love Stratos. I've been hit. I'm dying, but I cannot die. I am a god. Gods do not die.
Gone into the sea, but he's missing. Nowhere to be found.
Yeah, because Superman can find him. He's like, I must have disintegrated.
Oh, yeah, he must have burned up. Yeah. And that's when we see that he's not dead after all. And he rises from the ocean, completely reborn as some type of an elemental thing. Do we see him in the next issue? Is this
No.
No.
I don't think we ever see him again.
My God, we never see him again.
I'm pretty sure we never see him again. That's what I'm saying.
Wow, this had to be like a fill-in issue.
That's what I'm saying, but it's so weird.
Yeah,
I would have expected it like a different writer, but it's Wolfman, unless again he was thinking about coming back to Doctor Stratos and he never got the chance.
Maybe
left the book.
I mean,
here in the notes, Doctor Stratos, a single appearance.
No kidding. That's
Oh,
hilarious. I thought for sure that he'd be in the next issue, even like
no.
as a page, or a panel or something as a subplot. Oh, that's funny.
I wonder if this. I mean, I wonder if it's just a coincidence or if this, like, kind of like was the inspiration for Lex Junior's look.
It's so similar. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's so similar. And I can't remember who was the first artist to draw Lex Jr. Do you remember? Was it
I can't
Jerry
remember.
Ordway or
I don't know if he was he still on here at the.
Carrie Gamble, maybe? Because I know
Uh,
Carrie Gamble was on one of them.
yeah, me. I can't remember when he first which book he made his first appearance in. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, but yeah, the look is very similar.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
at least with the hair and stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So what did you think again with it again? Again, in post crisis, Titano's kind of a one and done, and now Doctor Stratos is
Doctor
definitely.
Stratos, I guess, as it turns out, is a one and done as well. Yeah, I liked this. I really liked it. I'm kind of surprised that nothing more was ever done with this character. And like I said before, he seems like a surefire nemesis for Wonder Woman with the whole connection to Olympus and all this stuff, and believing that he's descended from the gods and everything. Like, it seems to me like this would have been a cool way to set up a villain that would later on face Wonder Woman in her own title
Oh yeah.
and go on to plague her like regularly. That's so strange. Wow. I wonder what
Especially if you
happened.
watch like the Elemental. Yeah.
Yeah, this has to be a fill-in issue. It's got to be, especially with the fact that it's like you said, Eric Larson and 9 different inkers.
I know, but it's Marv. He's been writing this book, and I'm just
Yeah.
If this guy doesn't come back for Superman, I'm surprised like he didn't show up in the Titans or something. Again in the Titans.
Yeah. Titans or Outsiders or something. Yeah.
But I know
That's so
Marv was
funny.
writing Titans, so yeah, he easily could have just brought him over there.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
So I mean, it's hard to tell from this last panel, but so is Stratus giant now, or is he just like a right?
He kind of looks giant to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think because he's still standing in the ocean, right? Or
Yeah, it looks like he's like rising out of the depths of the
aging.
ocean or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that is so bizarre.
It's so funny too, because one of the last things he says in Stratus will return for his due, not tomorrow or the next day, but it is inevitable. And on that day, Superman shall die. That is his destiny. Oh, that's Superman, not Doomsday. Doctor Stratus.
It was Doctor Stratos all along, Phil.
Remember me from 5 years ago.
You burned me up with that lightning bolt. Well, I'm back. Not even the Justice League can stop him.
Good Lord. That's always the funniest thing to me is like when something happens and then it's like teams change or whatever and like something's never picked up again.
Yeah, just to completely drop it. Yeah. I'm looking ahead and it looks like Marv Wolfman is only on this title for another few more issues. It looks like he leaves at issue number 435.
Okay. Oh, okay. Because I think the next 3 issues that's probably that's his last arc. I believe it's the first appearance of Gangbuster.
Yes, yeah, it is.
So
Yeah, there he is. And after that, in issue 436, John Byrne takes over as the writer.
Oh, 2 books wasn't enough for Byrne.
He's gonna do them all, I guess. Oh man, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, until he leaves.
Right. Yeah, no wonder he got burned out on Superman. He was writing 3 books a month for the character. That's a lot.
I mean, if you have a ton of ideas, it's basically, hey, you get to, put out almost a Superman, 3 times a month you put out Superman.
Yeah, that's still a lot though. Yikes.
I know. Well, again, I don't know if he likes doing that because I think when he leaves here, when he goes back to Marvel, he's like, Was he doing both Avengers books? Was he doing Avengers and West Coast Avengers?
Oh, he was. I think he was doing the art and writing West Coast, and I think he was just writing the East Coast.
Writing, yeah, but so I think he had an idea. He had an idea where it's basically like, yeah, even though there's like teams on both coasts, they were basically just like one big team. So
one unit.
So it was almost gonna have members go back and forth, but he wasn't there that long.
That didn't work out.
Yeah.
And that would have been too confusing too, to have this interchanging roster just free flowing. Yeah, I don't think people like that idea. But yeah, John Byrne was always, at least when I was growing up, he was always at least on 2 books a month.
Oh yeah.
If he wasn't drawing it, he was at least drawing and he was at least writing one other book a month.
Oh yeah.
But 3 is a lot. Like that's maybe when he takes over at number 436, maybe on Action Comics.
You know what? I mean, I think it hadn't happened, but I don't think it happens by that point. But I mean, eventually, by Action 601, that's when you get Action Comics Weekly with a bunch of short stories.
Okay.
So maybe that was the thing too, because he was going to be losing Action Comics, kind of.
Yeah, they shifted him from that to this. That makes sense then. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense to me. Yeah, because writing 3 Superman comic books a month, like I can't imagine that.
Especially when you're drawing 1 or 2.
Yeah, drawing 1 or 2 of them. Yeah, yikes.
I don't know. Maybe they thought Doctor Stratos was too hot to bring back. Like, you know, the elemental god guy who, you know, raped some woman.
Yeah, exactly, and froze her into a ice cube afterwards. I don't know, but I enjoyed this issue a lot. I really did. Yeah, it was good. It was fun. It was fun to see this early Eric Larson artwork too.
Oh yeah.
I think this was right around the time that he was doing Doom Patrol for DC, maybe. So yeah, this is great, and all the other inkers, like that was cool.
That I can't remember if it's during his era or not, but yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna get a Doom Patrol issue next year also, because that's
yes, right.
It's a Superman book, yeah. So
yeah,
gonna get a couple team ups next year, kids. Booster Gold, Doom Patrol. Can't remember.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
I love how at least one comic book a month had Superman teaming up with somebody else. Like for a while, we had that in Action Comics where that was kind of the theme.
Yeah,
but they eventually made that a regular thing for a while, and that made me happy. I really like that.
I mean, I don't know why that went by the wayside, because I mean, DC and Marvel back in like the 70s and then early 80s, I mean, they had at least 2 team up books every month, you know, because
like Brave and the Bold and
with Batman and
Finest.
Then,
yeah.
Or like Marvel team up or Marvel 2-in-1. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
And those were a hit. Those were a hit. Those went on for a while.
I mean, was it just? I mean, if you have the same character teaming up with somebody did it get kind of where you strain in credibility where it's like, oh yeah, I mean, it's. I guess in Marvel, everyone's in New York at that point, so it's like, of course, Spider-Man's gonna bump into somebody, but
for a character like Superman, though, it makes sense because he can literally be anywhere. He can fly anywhere on the planet, so he could team up with anybody. Just as long as they didn't have him doing like something in his, like when he goes into space, like that type of stuff.
So what do you say? What are you saying, Mr. Gotham City? Stay out of my town. It's not going to be running there.
Batman, my favorite character.
That's right. I did it.
I did it. Stay out of my town. Gotham is mine.
Oh yeah, kids, and I forgot to mention, yes, you are getting this episode earlier than we planned because Kristen was under the weather, so you'll only be getting 1 Nightwing news this month, but you got 3 Electric Mullets. You're welcome.
Yes, you're getting a bonus episode of Electric Mullet this month.
We just moved everything up for Electric Mullet, moved everything up, so yes. Yeah.
And that's cool. We got plenty of Superman to talk about, so it's always good.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
Yeah.
I think this will drop on the 21st. So Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
Yes. You can listen to us on Christmas Eve.
Dr. Stratos. Now I have a weather machine. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah. Winter everywhere.
Except for in Siberia.
Yes. That's the only place that's getting warm.
I mean, I know he fancied himself a god, but I'm like, you think it's smart, Stratos, to just like piss off every government on the planet?
Yeah. And calling up Reagan, like in the White House, in the
Yeah.
Oval Office, and yeah.
But I mean, just the whole planet, because there's going to be some dictator somewhere who's going to be like, yeah, let's just kill him.
Yeah.
Well, again, I guess he thought he was an invulnerable god, which that proved to be untrue.
Superman found him pretty easily.
Although I guess he came back.
It did seem kind of like a Silver Age issue almost. Like with the plot, with the mad scientist, with delusions of godhood that has a weather dominating machine and wants to take over the world with it. Yeah, it's funny. It was like a little time capsule.
But again, one and done villain. We really get an origin because it's like, well, was he from Olympus or something? Who knows?
No origin. No.
Was he a mutant? Who knows? Oh, that would have been funny if they thought he was a god. He came because he like healed himself, but meanwhile he just had like the metagene or something.
Oh yeah. Or if they had timed this issue a few years later, they could have had it take place after the bomb that takes place.
Oh yeah.
The invasion bomb.
Yes.
That gave everybody powers. He could have been like, "Oh yeah, I got my powers from the gods."
Oh my god, we might have to add those invasion issues.
Yeah,
we're gonna be covering the Superman ones. Oh my lord.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, well, he was pretty big in that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Invasion. That was so much fun. So crazy. That was what 1990, I think, right, Phil?
Was it?
I feel like it was.
Oh my god! I think one of those issues had Todd McFarlane.
It did. Yeah, the first issue did. Yeah. And I think he was inking himself too. So it was Todd McFarlane full effect.
DC. Hold on, just looking this up. Invasion! Exclamation!
With an exclamation point. Oh, it was 88, I guess. Okay.
Invasion #1. Yes, December 88 when the issue 1. Yeah, so.
Yeah, plotted by Keith Giffen. And yeah, well, October, November, December 88.
Oh man, Modern Comics would never first issue 80 pages, no ads.
Yeah. I loved that first issue. That was so cool. Especially seeing all the different alien races of the DC universe presented like that. It was cool because I hadn't really seen that up to that point in DC. Like a spotlight on the cosmic side of things.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was Keith Giffen, who we just lost recently.
No, what a talent. God, he was such a great writer.
Oh yeah. All right. So anything else, Justin?
No, I think we covered these very well, Phil, and it was fun reading these for the first time. It was definitely enjoyable, both of them, and thanks again for the Superman annual. It was a lovely gift.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, these were both fun. I'd love to read these again. I'll look forward to reading both of these again at some point in the future. 2
little fun one and dones. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, kids. So next episode will be your first one for January. As we'll cover 2 issues again: Superman 9 and 10. Superman 9 featuring yet again another character you may never have heard of.
An obscure little known villain.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Superman 10, we'll finally find out, before when he was like, oh, why's my heat vision freaking out? Or,
Well, yeah. What's going on with Superman's powers? We'll find out why.
That's right. And then, so of course, since we bumped everything up, so in the second episode for January, we'll cover Adventures of Superman 432 through 434, which Justin just discovered is Marv Wolfman's last arc. So yes, we're gonna introduce you to a little character called Gangbuster. Well, the first Gangbuster.
The first one, yeah, there were a few actually.
Oh, there's quite the gimmick with number 2. Oh,
yeah. But this first Gangbuster is one of my favorites. He's a biscuit. Yeah.
Jose Delgado, yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, you and Lois, man, you're like, oh yeah, Gangbuster. Oh, that's right. And then in February we'll get 3 episodes again.
That's right.
Get to some of those other annuals. Oh, that's the Booster Gold crossovers in February.
Oh, nice, good. I love that one. That one's really good. And I can't remember the annuals. Was it Action Comics annual? Was that like a Brimstone? Was it? Am I remembering that right?
I'm trying to remember. That might. That might be. Will have to look. 'Cause I think that might be another one that's not on the app.
Oh, okay.
But which I don't know why, because why have it? So we'll have to figure this out. But yeah, annual. I believe this. I believe Action Annual 1's a team up. I don't know what. Oh yeah, it is a team up. Superman and
Batman, my favorite character.
No kidding. Okay. That might be another one that I haven't read actually.
Oh, it is a vampire. Yeah.
Oh no, I do have that one. Okay.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay, I got it too. All right.
Oh yes. Oh good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that one. Oh good. I haven't read that one in a while. That's fantastic.
Oh my god, we need to get Ray on that episode.
Yeah, it's got a vampire in it. Yeah. Oh,
come on, Ray. We need you pronto.
Batman.
Yeah.
My favorite character.
John Byrne. Come on, Ray. Oh, and I think in February we'll get the first post-crisis appearance of Mr. Mxyzptlk.
Oh, that's right.
Superman 11.
Yes.
Yeah.
He appears again in Adventures of Superman, I think.
Oh, he'll appear
441. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Oh, wait till we get to Superman 50, Crisis of the Crimson Kryptonite.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Are we now? Do you want to cover the Crisis in one episode or over the course of 2? Where that's.
I think it's only like 4 issues. We could probably do it in one.
Do it in one. Yeah.
I think. Well, I mean, when we get there, it's going to be a while before we get there.
Yeah.
That's like Superman 4950. So we're.
Oh, right. Yeah. For some
next
reason,
week we're covering 9 and 10, so it's going to be a while.
For some reason, I thought it was 25.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
It's been forever since I've read some of these Superman comics. I love it.
Well, yeah, like closer to the 20. I think when we're in the 20s, that's like closer to Invasion.
Oh, okay.
Invasion.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this coming year, kids, we're gonna get the first appearances of Mixie, Post Crisis, Brainiac.
Brainiac, yes.
So yeah, there's again team ups with at least Booster Gold and Doom Patrol and
Batman, my favorite character.
Hit the button. All right, kids. So yes, so send us your thoughts. Yeah, next time. All right. So send us all the thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-Capes. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise. Again, the Patreon. Talk about a higher being who thinks they cannot die. You'll get all kinds of little hellfire on the Patreon.
Yes, join me in the Patreon. You get all the perks, all the bonus episodes, all the good stuff, all the uncensored Lilith Hellfire you could possibly want.
Talking about sleeping with a partner and killing them. Lilith Hellfires all over that Patreon. So find everything at tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. All right. Now for this Justin the Owl. You can catch him here 2 to 3 times a month on Electric Mullet. Catch him once a month at the end of every month on We Are the Night. We Are the Night, the Batman
Batman Podcast.
Make sure I didn't say into. All right. We Are the Night, the Batman Podcast. Catch him every week with me on Marvel Tales, talking a different Marvel tale every week. Get it, kids? And catch me, Justin, and Russell once a month on Energon Universe, talking all the new Superman content. And G.I. Joe
Transformers.
Transformers and G.I.
Transformers, G.I. Joe content, yeah, from Image.
All right, but that is not all he does. So, sir, where else can people find you?
You can also find me over on Gamma Charge, the strongest podcast there is, where Russell and I talk about the Incredible Hulk and the Sensational She-Hulk twice a month. And we also do a live episode every month where we review the brand new comics from Marvel. We also have a Patreon, so do check that out. And we're joined by the aforementioned Ray, the High Priest of Khonshu himself, and our friend Sparky over on Predator and Prey, the Yucha podcast, where we talk about Fox's Predator twice a month, concerning comic books, action figures, movies, video games, and more. And Russell and I are also doing Gone the Form of Man, the Etrigan podcast, where we talk about DC's Demon going all the way back to 1974 and Jack Kirby's classic series, which we are reviewing in full. And last but not least, the Lost Library of Legends is still going, and I am putting out a new episode this month about a 4-issue miniseries from Marvel called Brute Force. Scream at!
Giant-sized man thing. Tap, tap, tapping my way downtown. I'm a sucker for a guy with a powerful rod.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Well, that escalated.
All right, kids, come back next time to cover Superman 9 and 10. Oh, and I believe not only will Tyler be back, but we may have another appearance by Mr. James Cole.
Nice.
Yes.
Very cool. It's been a while.
Yes. So yeah, kids, not only will get the Joker, we'll get the Man of Steel himself. No, not Superman. Mr. James Cole. Could it be Titano? Could it be Titano himself? Not no Ray or nothing. All right. So again, yeah, Superman 9 and 10 next time, and then the episode after that, Adventures of Superman 432 through 434, featuring the first appearance of Jose Delgado, Gangbuster.
Yeah.
We'll come back next time for True Justice in the Mullet Way.
The Mullet Way. Don't shock the monkey.